Greetings. This is Elder Blacklight. I'm in Southfield, the city of Lathrop Village, and I'm just going to make this video right quick before I continue on this errand that I'm getting ready to do. So something came across my mind that I want to convey to my viewing audience and my subscribers. The last video, I was trying to convey the point or get over the point that you were born free uh, to do what you will. Most black people have no will of their own. And I can say that, but they're not peeping themselves. They're not looking at themselves. They don't know how they look, A lot of them think because they're making big money, getting money, all kind of ways, they could display gold chains and stacks of Benjis. A lot of them think that they hot, that they very wise. And even those that getting money in this time of crisis, but none of y'all asking the right questions, the good questions. Therefore, those who are controlling the narrative and the views and opinions think that y'all very childish and stupid. You can tell an intelligent man by the right questions they ask. And if you ever get a chance to go before the Senate to vent your frustrations, make sure you pick points, that could have them saying, wow, this dude he's one of the wise ones. Otherwise, they don't sweat nothing you say and do because you're not doing anything but venting. So the questions that all of our people should be asking right now is, are we going to get our acres of land, which then, they multiplied by now, instead of 7 acres and a mule, it should be 700 acres and tractors and pickup trucks, all farm equipment. Where's that? So we can go for self. But see, they trap brothers and sisters into saying, I'm African American. So they got that American on there. Even if you give yourself an African name or a Muslim name, if you say I'm Kwame Kenyatta or Kwame Nkrumah or Sundiata, or I'm Sharif Latif, and when you fill out your census and you put down are you black? And you put down, I am a black American. You put down, I'm African American. I wouldn't put down nothing, but if I would, if they was to twist my arm, I put down, I am the original man of the planet Earth, God of the universe. I put that down. The only one to laugh is a Negro that's maybe examining the paper. They'll laugh at that. But, you know, it's the truth. I heard just a newscaster say, tell your children that some people have more melanin than others. That explains their color, you know. So what question would the child should ask? What is melanin first? Where does it come from? Why we got, if the child is white, why we got less than they got? Why we ain't got as much as they got? What is it? Does it enhance any kind of way, or is just something that just happens to come about? And if they black, they say, why we got more? Most people can't answer that. Most black people can't answer that. Because they don't care. They don't know, you know, what time it is. But if they was to answer that question, what is melanin? Then the Caucasian would say, we got a wise one on our hands. And if you was asked that question, where's our, you know, why you keep giving our cut to Israel? Then Israel call you anti-Semitic, knowing that good and well that they not Semitic. But you so stupid that you don't question that. What does a Semite mean or Semitic mean? You know. And then another question. What color was Jesus? If he was over there in that part of the land, and we come from Europe, and they over there in what was once called Africa, where the climate is hot, what color was he? Was he black? Of course they would lie and say, well, he probably was olive color, because that's the color of those people over there now. Just like in the United States, the red man was, and the black man, or the brown man, the bronze man, or the copper man was running around here. They were the majority. Then the European came over here, and now they took over the land. Now they the majority. But the children know that the Indians had ran this land, but they don't think nothing of it. Well, why they ain't running it now? Or why they ain't part of our government now? Why did you go over there and get those Africans and enslave them for 400 years, treat them the way you do? Because when you go to the history books that in school, it don't tell the truth. It don't reflect the truth. And they not going to let the children study real history, because then that would say something about the Bible. Is the Bible real history or not? You know, was Moses, what color was Moses? You know. But if they don't see that in their everyday going to school, what good is school? if you don't tell the truth about people. Tell them how they treated the slave. Because now you look in the history books, in the elementary history books, and they got the slaves like it was a walk in the park. They was happy to be beaten. They was happy to be tortured. You know, they was happy. They was content like that. You know, they was made to be content if they didn't want to get tortured or punished. You know, so y'all gonna, when they go back to school, are y'all gonna teach that? You know, instead of just Black History book, who invented this and who invented, what happened before they came over here as slaves? You know, how long have the black man been on the planet over there in Africa? Did you know that Timbuktu, they had great universities over there in Africa? The Library of Alexandria was in Africa. You know, they just go back to Greek history. What was the Greeks doing? You know, or the Africans, what was they doing when Plato was talking about philosophy? What was the Africans doing? Where did Plato get his language from if he was in the caves before that? And y'all don't show no illustration of the black man being in the caves or coming from the white man. These are good questions. Now I want a good answer. Black Light.